dear ladies and gentlemen, dear President, Your Excellency, and dear foreign guests, dear colleagues. It is always such a pleasure to be among fellow engineers. Today we are here to talk about the EU energy policy goals, and I'm glad to be here to introduce you to the challenges our region has to face to meet these goals. But this has to be done in a way that makes us more competitive, and this is where your expertise can come handy. I truly hope that this conference will achieve its objectives, and I will be even happier if I am and my ministry can contribute to that objective. Regarding the challenges we are facing, those are significant ones. The European Union has set very ambitious decarbonization goals for 2050. CO2 emissions have to be cut by at least 80% by 2050. Pardon? 80% compared to 1990 level. In order to fulfill these targets, considerable advancement in R&D is a prerequisite. Not only CCS and not only nuclear energy, and including the fourth generation reactor development, but also in guaranteeing sufficient flexibility that the integration of renewables requires: smart grids, smart meters, and electricity storage. Although renewable generation already contributes to a great extent to achieving decarbonization goals of 2020, I firmly believe that binding renewable goals alone will not be able to guarantee such emission reduction. Taking this into account, the role of member states in determining their energy mix has to be preserved, and the role of nuclear energy as a clean, reliable, and affordable source of electricity generation has to be also recognized. Let me make this clear. Renewables are indeed important, but they should not replace but complement existing low-carbon generation units on the way for a low-carbon economy. Another issue comes up when we talk about electricity generation is operational security, to allow secure system operation and also supply matching demand, or supply or demand matching supply. A massive infrastructural development is a must. And dear colleagues, this is what we are here for. We have important tasks to do, and you, as engineers, will be involved in delivering it. Does anyone want to have a guess at the sum for the infrastructural developments needed in this very decade, at least according to the European Commission's estimate? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is 1 trillion euro. That means 1,000 billion euros. This is the investment estimated by the European Commission needed by 2020 to make Europe's aging energy system fit to the requirements of the energy policy goals of 2014 and 2020. And about 200 million euros of this investment is needed for energy infrastructures of European importance exclusively. In order to enhance the speed of infrastructural development, that is to ensure that these developments are carried out, the European Commission initiated the revision of the infrastructural support schemes and issued a new draft regulation on guidelines for trans-European energy infrastructures, which is under interinstitutional discussion at this moment. A political decision, if not a formal approval, is expected by the end of this year. The CAF regulation granting a new financial instrument for infrastructural development is also to be approved by the end of 2012. From the Connecting Europe facility, the European Commission foresees 9.1 billion euro for energy infrastructure. Though these legal acts are still under discussion and approval, the political guidelines concerning infrastructural developments has already been set up by the region. The priority corridors under the new infrastructure regulation follow the line set by the North-South Energy Interconnections Initiative. The working groups of the North-South Electricity Interconnection in Central, Eastern and Southeastern Europe, the North-South Gas Interconnections in Central, Eastern and Southeastern Europe, and the Southern Gas Corridor will not only allow alternative natural gas sources to penetrate to our isolated gas markets, but will also foster market integration and solidarity between our countries regarding both electricity and gas. According to our estimations, physical infrastructure will be fit for a competing gas market to be developed by 2017. Furthermore, alternative sources from 2013-14, LNG from Poland, and natural gas from the Caspian region will be available. We are also counting heavily on Croatian LNG, which is supposed to be up and running from 2017, the latest, as the Croatian government stated recently. I honestly hope that the deadline will be met, as the market obviously needs Croatian LNG. And you can tell the Croatian colleagues I said so. Based on adequate interconnections and sufficient competing sources by 2017, a competitive regional gas market will emerge. Therefore, objectives for 2017 need to be clearly set. Luckily, integration of European electricity markets is in a more advanced stage. Let me remind you about the goals set by the EU Council of February the 4th, 2011, during the Hungarian presidency, which are the completion of the internal energy market by 2014 and the elimination of energy islands by 2015. With regard to natural gas markets, the Central Eastern European region might be lagging a couple of years behind in completing the integral market as defined by the target model. However, regarding electricity markets, if huge efforts are made, the goal can be achieved on time. And here, please allow me to remind you of something I'm really proud of, which is the Czech, Slovak, Hungarian market coupling projects, a great step forward to the realization of the target model on day-ahead markets. While an interconnected and competing internal energy market allows a greater deployment of renewables and enhances security of supply, it will also result in a greater convergence of electricity and gas prices, which would be a tremendous achievement for our region, known for having one of the highest energy bills of the world. Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, I wish you a fruitful discussion for today. Elnök asszony, még egyszer köszönöm a szíves meghívást, tisztelt vendégeink, nagyon jó munkát kívánok a mai napra önöknek.